When you zoom out to the monthly chart of the NASDAQ index, you're looking at a market that has spent the last several years behaving like gravity is merely a suggestion. Price is cruising miles above the Ichimoku cloud, as if the cloud itself is some kind of polite guideline rather than a structural support level. But here's the twist. Momentum is fading. That latest monthly candle is small, hesitant, almost shy, the kind that appears when buyers are starting to wonder whether they've come too far too fast. RSI is sitting deep in overbought territory. MACD is still bullish but flattening, and you can practically feel the market taking a breather. Not a top, not a panic, just that subtle moment where the trend looks back, realizes how far it's run, and thinks, maybe I should slow down before I snap a hamstring. Shift down to the weekly, and the story becomes more nuanced. The long-term trend is still alive, well, and enjoying its morning smoothie. Price keeps respecting the tin can like it's a sacred boundary, and the cloud beneath is thick, rising, and absolutely not something you want to bet against. But the candles themselves, they've lost their swagger. The conviction isn't gone, but it has moved from a sprint to a jog. RSI has rolled over from its highs, MACD has muted itself, and the whole chart has the energy of someone who definitely wants to continue but wouldn't mind a quick sit-down. There's no breakdown, no drama, just the unmistakable sense of a market transitioning from high-gear acceleration into a controlled consolidation phase. Think of it as the index catching its breath, not losing its way. Then we drop into the daily, and suddenly things get tactical. Price is perched just above the cloud, holding the line like a soldier guarding the final trench. Momentum is soft, the Tenkan and Kijun have crossed bearishly, and volume has thinned to the point where even the rallies look like they're powered by decoff. The RSI sits just above the midpoint, not weak, not strong, simply uncertain. Meanwhile, the MACD has moved from bearish into fine, I'll try again territory. This is classic indecision. The market isn't breaking down, but it's definitely done sprinting for now. Buyers want confirmation. Sellers want proof. Neither side is getting what they want. So what does all this actually mean? On the monthly, the macro trend is undeniably bullish, but stretched to the point where even the candles are blinking twice. On the weekly, the trend is still healthy but slowing, almost like it's queuing up for an intermission. And on the daily, price action is turning into a negotiation, consolidation at the top end of a very long run. Big picture, the NASDAQ index is still a powerhouse. But the engine isn't roaring anymore. It's idling, recalibrating, waiting for the next catalyst. The momentum that once bulldozed through resistance is now more selective. This is the phase where traders stop chasing and start planning. Patience wins, precision matters, and the next major move, up or down, is going to emerge from the compression we're seeing right now.